Hello students, today's topic determinants. We have done 4.1. Now we are going to do 4.2 by mistake. I have written over here 3.2. It should be 4.2. Now in this exercise we are going to expand determinants by using properties of determinants. So first we need to discuss all properties of determinants. Property number 1. The value of determinant remains unchanged if its rows and columns are interchanged. Suppose that this determinant given a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2, a3, b3, c3, and if you have changed rows into column, means a1, b1, c1, r1, now here it's converted into a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2, r2, it's converted as c2, a3, b3, c3, r3 as converted into c3. So the value of this determinant and value of this determinant, the new one, will be equal to each other. There is no difference. Property number 2. If any two rows or columns of a determinant are interchanged, then sign of determinant changes. Then the sign of determinant changes. It means if suppose that this is the symbol of the determinant. It's given a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2, a3, b3, c3. What I did here, r1 changes r3, transformation r1 to r3, means instead of r1 we are bringing r3, and instead of r3 we are bringing r1. Look at here, we got this determinant. If you will simplify this and this, so new determinant will be equal to minus of this one. Property number 3. If any two rows or columns of a determinant are identical, then the value of determinants will be 0. Any two rows or columns in any determinants, if any two rows or columns are equal, means identical. Look at here, this is the a1, b1, c1, r1. r3 is what? This is also a1, b1, c1. In this case, if you will simplify, if you will expand this determinant, you will get 0. Property number 4. If each element of a row or column of a determinant is multiplied by a constant k, then its value gets multiplied by k. Already I have discussed in determinant, if you are multiplying with any number, it can be multiplied with any row or a column. In matrix, that constant value will be multiplied with each and every element. Here it's not like that. See, look at here. Suppose that I am taking this determinant a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2, a3, b3, c3. This determinant I am taking. So I have multiplied with k in r1. We got k a1, k b1, k c1. So you can take k common from over here, from the r1. So it will be a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2, a3, b3, c3 is equal to k, and this determinant is what? That is the determinant which you have taken. So k into determinant. So it will be multiplied with the determinants. If you are multiplying any constant value, if you are multiplying any constant value in any row or column, so that value, that constant k, will be multiplied with the determinant. Property number 5. If sum of all elements of a row or column of a determinant are expressed as sum of two or more terms, then the determinants can be expressed as the sum of two or more terms, then determinants can be expressed as sum of two or more determinants. a1 plus lambda 1, b1 plus lambda 2, c1 plus lambda 3. Here a2, b2, c2, a3, b3, c3. Here, look at here. This one is what? The r1, you have no, it's written as the sum of the determinant and a constant value. So you can express as the sum of two determinants. So a1 b1 c1, a1 this the first value a1 b1 c1, and lambda 1 lambda 2 lambda 3 you can write like this, so a1 b1 c1, a2 b2 c2, a3 b3 c3 plus lambda 1 lambda 2 lambda 3, a2 b2 c2, a3 b3 c3, except this other elements will be the same input. So you can write, you can express in this way. Property number 6, if to each element of any row or column of a determinant a multiple of another row or column is added, the value of the determinants remains the same. I have taken this determinant a1 b1 c1, a2 b2 c2, a3 b3 c3. What's according to this property, you are adding a row, or column by multiplying a constant value. So I have multiplied k in R3 and we are adding in R1. So if you multiply with k in R3, it will be ka3, kb3, kc3. So a1 plus ka3 means you are adding R1 and R3 after multiplying k in R3, b1 plus kb3, c1 plus kc3, and this value you can express. This is the new determinant a1 b1 c1, means we are applying the property number 5, a1 b1 c1, a1 b1 c1, a2 b2 c2, a3 b3 c3, and then ka3, kb3, kc3, other two rows will be identical, will be equal to, will be same as this one. Now this k is the same in R1. K is the multiplied with each and every element. So k you can take common. It will be a3 b3 c3, a2 b2 c2, a3 b3 c3. Look at here in the second one, two rows, the first and third, both R1 and R3 are identical. R1 and R3 are equal. So therefore the value of this determinant will be 0 according to the property of determinant. So in this case means new determinants will be equal to the determinants which you have taken. So there is no change. Now we are going to do some problem. Question number 1. Use the property of determinant without expanding. Means we can't expand it. Just apply the property of determinants and solve it. You have to prove that this determinant is equal to 0. So this is the left hand side. I have taken x, y, z, a, b, c, x plus a, y plus b, z plus c. So what we do, see, if any two rows or columns are identical, then determinant will be 0. So this is what x plus a, y plus b, z plus c. If you will add R1 and R2, sorry, C1 and C2, if you will add C1 and C2, then you will get x plus a, y plus b, z plus c. Correct. So first C1 and C3 will be same, right? Two columns are identical, so the value of the determinants will be 0. See, C1 changes to C1 plus C2. We got x plus a, y plus b, z plus c. This is the C1. This is the C3. Both are identical. The value of the determinants will be 0. The question number 5, same question, without expanding, apply the properties of the determinant, prove that this is equal to this. You can apply 2-3 methods over here. Anyway, you can do b plus c, q plus r, y plus z, c plus a. It's given. This is the left hand side. What I did over here, just I add R1, R2, R3 together. So R3 changes to R1 plus R2 plus R3. So 2ab plus 2bc, 2a plus b plus c. Here 2p plus 2q plus 2r. 2 I have taken common. So 2 you can take common from R3. You will get b plus c, plus a plus b plus c, and this one. Now R1 changes to R1 minus R3. R1 minus R3. So b and c get cancelled. You will get minus a. Here you will get minus b. Here you will get minus x. And for R2 minus R3, you will get minus b, minus q, minus y. So minus and 2 already 2 have taken common, so 2 will be there. You have to continue with this value. Now R3, this R3 changes to R1 plus R2 plus R3. So A and B, minus A minus B get cancelled, you will get C. Here you will get minus B minus B minus Q minus Q get cancelled, you will get R here. R1 and R2, there is no changes in R1 and R2. Now minus B can take common from R1, so I have taken written over here 1 minus 1, and the second minus 1 you have taken common from R2. So the R1 and R2 elements will be the positive, and that minus and 1 minus 1 I have written over here. Minus 1 into minus 1 plus 1, so 2 into 1 1 2, and A P X B Q Y C R Z, and this value we have to prove this is equal to this determinant is equal to 2 A P X 2 B Q Y and 2 C R Z. Now question number 6. Question number 6, same question. Now here it's in the question it's given, by using properties of the determinants you have to prove that, and we have to prove this is equal to 0. You can expand it, it's not written without expanding, so you can expand after applying, means after applying the properties of the determinants. In the question if it's written apply the properties of the determinants and find, then you have to apply the properties of the determinants. Okay, it's not written without expanding, but without expanding, if not mentioned, if not mentioned, then also you have to apply the properties of the determinant. Suppose that if I started expanding from the first term only, so you will not get the mark for that. So you have to show first, you have to apply the properties of the determinants and then expand it. So this is the given. I am taking common from the R1, R2 and R3. So minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. If you will take common minus 1 from here, so this is the positive, will be negative, minus this negative will be positive, this negative will be positive, and this negative will be positive, this positive will be negative, and this positive will be negative. So minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1, it will be minus 1 only. This is the determinants 2. Now interchanging rows and column. If you are interchanging rows and column, then minus you have to this means that determinant is equal to minus, means minus will come out. So if interchanging rows and columns, this is the rows, it is converted into column. The second R2 converted as C2, R3 converted as C3. So one minus over here. Interchanging rows and columns in one, we are changing over here. So there is no change in the value. If you are changing the interchanging the rows and columns, there is no change in the determinants value. So this is the R2 and this is the R3. Sorry, this is the equation number 2. This is the equation number 3. Equation number 2, there will be minus 1, and this and here also. Look at here, this value and this value both are the same. So if you will add, this is the minus and this is the positive value. If you will add 2 and 3, so delta plus delta, it will be 2 times this equal to this plus this will be 0. So determinants will be equal to 0. Now question number 7. Question number 7, we have to prove that this is equal to 4 a square b square c square. So I am taking common, this is the left hand side, I am taking common a from the R1. First B from R2, because B is the common in the R2. C common in R3, so I have taken common ABC. If you will take common A from R1, it was minus A square, so minus A. Here it will be B, here it will be C. If you will take common B from R2, so A, and this is the minus B, and this is the C. Here you are taking common C from R3, so C will go away. A, this is what B, and this is what minus C. So now A, B, C done. Now again you can take common A from C1, B from C2, and C from C3. So again I am taking A, B, C common, A, B, C. So here minus 1, here 1, 1, here 1, here minus 1 will come, here 1 will come, here again 1, 1, minus 1. So here A square, B square, C square, and now you can apply, you can add R1 plus R2, R1 changes, R1 plus R2, so this will be 0, and this will be also 0, and this will be 2. So now you can expand like a square, b square, c square. This is the 0, so no need to write about it. So expand with the c3 is this value. So 2, and then this will come cover this part. You have to cover this and cover 2 belongs with R2 and C3. So you have to cover 2 belongs with R1 and C3. So you need to cover R1 and C3. So 1 minus 1, so multiply 1 into 1, 1 minus 1 into 1 minus 1, so plus 1 it will be 4a square, b square, c square. Question number 8. Left hand side we have to prove a minus b, this is equal to a minus b, b minus c, c minus a. So you can apply transformation law. R1 changes R1 minus R2, R2 changes R2 minus R3. So R1 minus R2, 1 minus 1, 0, a minus b, a square minus b square, and then R2 also 0, b minus c, b square minus c square. There is no changes in R3. We are not applying any property over here. So now this is what a minus b, a square minus b square. You can write a minus b, a plus b. You can apply the formula, identity formula. This is the b minus c, so b square minus c square. You can write b minus c, b plus c. You can see, look at here, a minus b common in R1 and b minus c common in R2. So I have taken common a minus b from R1, b minus c from R2. So if you are taking common a minus b from R1, so this is the 0. There is no change in this value. A minus b common, so this is the, it will be 1. A minus b common, gone out. So it will be a plus b, you have to copy. Similarly for b minus c, 1, here b plus c left, so you have to copy it. A1 c, c square. Now a minus b, b minus c, and these two values 0. So take this 1, cover 1 belongs to R3 and C1, so cover C1 and R3. So 1 a plus b and 1 b plus c, just write down. Cross multiplication, b minus c minus a plus b. I have written, simplify, you will get the result. This is the right hand side, hence proved. Second part, it's given 1 1 1. This is the left hand side, a b c, a cube, b cube, c. We have to prove a minus b, b minus c, c minus a plus b plus c. We have to prove this result. So what it is, c1 I'm applying column transformation. C1 changes c1 minus c2. So this part will be 0, 1 minus 1, and a minus b, a cube minus b cube. And similarly for c2, c2 minus c3. So 1 minus 1, b minus c, b cube minus c cube. And the c3, there is no changes in c3. We are not applying any property in c3. So a minus b, you can take common from the c1. How? There are total 3 elements in C1, 0, a minus b, a cube minus b cube. So a cube minus b cube, you can apply the formula. A cube minus b cube is equal to what? A minus b in one of the bracket, and as other one it will be a square plus b square plus ab. So here you will get a minus b and a square plus b square plus ab. So a minus b common from here. So a minus b common from C1, and here we will get a square plus ab plus b square. Similarly here b minus c, b cube minus c cube. So b minus c and second bracket it will be b square plus c square plus bc. So here it's left b minus c the common, b minus c from c2 you have taken common, and third one a c c cube. Now a minus b, b minus c, a minus b, b minus c. Now look at here, the 2 elements of R1 is the 0. So take the third element of R1. 1. So R1 belongs to R1 and C3. So you have to cover C3 and R1. So you will get this one, multiply 1 with b square plus c square plus ab, and minus a square plus ab plus b square. Simplify it, expand it, you will get b take common, c minus a common, you will get a. So this is the right hand side, hence proved. Other questions, I think question number 9 to question number 14 I'll discuss in the next lecture. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.